So 4 different stocks are included here. So dividing it by 8 rupee 90 paise by 4, this comes to 8.9 divided by 4. This is equal to 2 rupee 225 paisa. So this is at the rate of 2 rupees 225. So I will take it as 2.23. So if we just round it off, 2.23 at the rate of 2.23. So this will be 200 into 2 rupee 23 paisa. So this comes to 446 rupees. Now the available stock is 1600 minus 200. So it is 1400 units. 1400 units. No need to write the rate here. Now the total value is 3539 minus 446. 3539 is the previous balance minus of this 446 now that is issued. So the available balance is 3933 rupees. So this is the balance available. So now, so this is what is given there. So that is the end of the solution here. Now to write the closing balance here, so you can just write it as closing balance of 1400 units, 1400 units valued at rupees 3093. So this is your final answer. So this is how it is to be done. Okay, let's take one more problem here. So the problem is given like this. Following is the receipt and issues of materials for the month of January 2020. Opening stock as on 1st January is January 2020, 500 units at rupees 12 per unit. And then we have as on 1st January purchase of 500 units at rupees 20 per unit. On 10th purchase 300 units at rupees 22 per unit. And as on 15th issue of 600 units. On 20th purchase of 400 units at rupees 25 rupees per unit. On 25th issued 300 units. 27th purchased 500 units at rupees 30 per unit. And as on 31st issued 200 units. So this is what is given. So if you prepare a stored ledger account for this, so this will appear like this. So I have made an entry of 500 units. 500 units were the opening stock of 500 units at the rate of rupees 12 per unit. Opening stock is given as opening stock as on 1st January 2020 is 500 units at rupees 12 per unit. So 500 units at rupees 12 per unit will be 6000. So it is directly taken in the balance column since it is the opening balance. And then again as on 1st we have a purchase. As on 1st again purchase of 500 units at rupees 20 per unit. So 500 units at rupees 20 per unit amounts to 10,000. Now to write the balance, this opening stock plus the purchase. So 500 plus 500 is 1000, and then no need to write the rate. The rate is written only for the first entry, whether it is the opening balance or the purchase, whatever. That is the only entry to be made for rate. And for all others, we don't write the rate for in the balance column. Now 1000 units, that is 500 plus 500 is 1000 units, and the value is 6000 plus 10,000, so that comes to 16,000. Again on 10th, again on 10th purchased 300 units at rupees 22 per unit. So 300 units at rupees 22 per unit amounts to 6,600. So to write the balance, it is 1000 plus 300, 1300 units, and 16,000 plus 6,600, the value of receipt. So the total value of the balance will be 22,600. Okay, I repeat again. So when we purchased 500 units, this 500 is added with the 500 of opening balance of 500 units. So that comes to 1000 units, and then rupees 6,000 is added with this receipt of the value of 10,000. It comes to 16,000, and then again as on 10th we have purchased 300 units at rupees 22 per unit, amounting to 6,600. So as on this date, the new balance will be 1000 units plus 300 units, comes to 1300 units, and the value will be 16,000 is the previous balance, which is added with the new balance is added 6,600, comes to 22,600. This is the balance as on 10th. Now let us go to the next date here. The next date given is as on 20th. As on 20th, purchased 400 units. Sorry, 15th. As on 15th, issued 600 units. So as on 15th, issue is made. So 600 units are to be issued. So in order to issue these 600 units, we have to check which are the balances which are included under this stock of 1300 units of materials here. So let us check that. So 1300 units are available, and this includes these 300 units at the rate of 22 per unit. So I will just check what are all included here. These 300 units at the rate of 22 per unit, and then the available balance is 1000. Still there is a balance of 1000 units, which includes these 500 units. So again minus 500 units at the rate of 20 per unit, and then again there is a balance of 500 units, and these 500 units are from the opening balance of 500 units, at the rate of 12 per unit. So these are the three rates which are included out of these 3,300 units. So this you can also say by logically, if you go by the logic here, we can say we had the opening balance and two purchases. There is no issue in between. So therefore all the three rates are included here. That is 12 plus 20 plus 22. Okay, let us check the total here. So this comes to 54 rupees. So 54 rupees divided by 3. Three rates are included here. So therefore this comes to 54 divided by 3. That is 18 rupees. So the average price is 18 here. So therefore let us take 18 rupees as the issue price here. Now 18 into 600 comes to 10,800 rupees. So this is the issue value. Now the closing balance is 1300 units minus 600 units. So this comes to 700 units is the balance available now, and no rate is written. To write the closing balance here as on that date, 22,600 minus 10,800. So that comes to 11,800.